The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll drop to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On play action, they'll throw. And caught, right side, Green. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Gordon on first down. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Trubisky over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Trubisky fighting the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Let's go, we're on the ball after this.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Red, up!
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Red, up! Right 80! 18.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Allen has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Well, now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Trubisky will throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Melvin Ingram. In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And taken right on the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep for Benjamin. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
39. All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Trubisky to throw on the crossing route, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Move.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll drop to throw. He's got it to Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And spins away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Got some room at the 30. And now look at him go. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. rescue with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And not a whole lot doing there, so get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
No, Jack, Patriot!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This time, Trubisky will throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Right back to him on 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the toss, Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Lock in.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Denzel Perryman. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they took the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Room past the 20, and he cuts it right sideline. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards on the ground. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Flex round! Flex round!
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And ejects and picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lock in, lock in. Blue.
Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing.